This episode is about electrics. So I caught a thunderstorm out my window a little bit, give a little ambiance, and Joltin Joe, diMaggio. The electrics I have are Selectric 3, Apollo 10 by Royal, and a Daisy Wheel, Smith Corona. And then we'll have some readings of the people who use these in between. Oh, bloody hell. I've been beaten to the punch. Lucas Dull did a recent video about Selectric 1, and then Joe VanCleave with the old typewriter muse talking about electrics, and I had in process my very own electric video in my creepy basement, because that's where I keep my Selectric. Where else do we keep Selectrics, really? And I guess I'm just a little late to the party, but you will get sort of a new perspective on what a Selectric is about. Because most people don't have the space in their regular house or office for a Selectric. I mean, some do, but mostly, probably not. And so, yeah, store it down in the corner of the basement, put a cover on it and hope for the best. And then, lo and behold, you see what happens. And I have moved this unit and put it here and haven't used it since I moved. So holy cow, who knows if it works or not. Hasn't been plugged in. And I gotta say that this, getting it plugged in here, this was a freebie, because when I went to pay $25 for it, the guy said, "Oh, it doesn't work." And so I said, "Well, are you going to throw it away, or what? What are you going to do with it?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, I'd probably throw it away." And I said, "Well, I'll take it off your hands. You won't have to throw it away." So I did, and I took all the gummy insulation out, because under the keys there was a layer of like a foam insulation, which really helps with the noise, but all of that had to come out, and it was pretty gummed up after all sorts of years. So let's see if it works. Well, it's making noise, and the noise was what actually got me into manual. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Still not closing. There we go. It even has the lights. So if you're on 12 pitch or 10, that changes with the ball. So you can have different typefaces, and so the gauge will show. It's a pretty cool system, actually. Now, I got some paper here. You never know. You know, you come down to the basement, every once in a while you gotta use the electric for one goddamn reason or another. Who knows? And so, that's what it didn't like. There we go. Let's set the margin at a reasonable spot. We got it. It's moving. This looks a little bit off. Why is it locked on shift? Okay, so there was just a little thing here that was stuck. And so now it works. And this all comes off pretty easily. A lot of fiddly levers. 2 levers in here that have to be situated in the right place. They clamp things down. And then you've got the platen. Goes in a particular place, and then these things have to come down. There we go. So, now, let's see how we're doing. Lots of authors used Selectrics, but only one that I've found has written a poem about it. That'd be Bukowski, of course. So he calls it IBM humming. It can do almost everything ever invented, humming under its gray paint. The machine knows. Even death stands back and asks, "What the hell is this?" Humming. It astonishes the walls, the freeways, the fish, the ashtray, the Buddha, and me. This machine can save my life. This machine has saved my life. This machine can create a woman more beautiful than any, or it can punch a bully in the nose, humming. This machine is love found again, a flood of fire. This machine is a dance floor, a neat circus, a hospital. This machine brings tiny flowers of courage in the middle of the night. Continue a new stanza. To IBM. This machine brings shots of light when dark gets as dark can get. When I feel the total waste of all my judgments. When I feel age like a blade of death. When I feel like jumping out of the window at 2 a.m. from 2 floors up. This machine, this amazing machine, stands between me and that. It rolls out magic papers 8.5 by 11 of typed words, which actually save my poor ass. This old electric that sounds like a washing machine. Charles Bukowski, 10/24/1990. So, let me remember how to turn it on. Wow. That's a little bit of a problem. There's my paper. Okay. Doesn't have a carriage lift. It's a or a segment lift. It's a carriage lift. Okay. Let's see. Without much research, I have found no famous author admits to using an Apollo 10. But I didn't do a tremendous amount of research, frankly. Well, it's got that. So if you're looking for crispness of type, I don't know if there's anything better than this electric. But this has a nice light touch, and you can do a manual return, and it's working. You know, that's cool. Much more easy to store. You don't have to keep it in a basement. You can keep it in a closet, pull it out when you want. There are some real advantages. And as I was digging around trying to find the Apollo, I found a Smith Corona electric, and I don't even know if it works, but we'll have a look. So, the Smith Corona Mark V. Correctable tape. I don't know how that's looking. Maybe I'll take the correctable tape out. Alright. See if it'll work with that. Alright, well, it seems to know where it is. Let's see if she works. I have to say, all of these electrics, what do I do with this thing? What the hey? I wonder if we need that. Let's see if we need that. Do we need that? No, we do not need that. So we'll let that go for a minute. All right. This thing seems to work. So I got this along with the Apollo 10 from a friend who just wanted them gone. I guess they're not marketable. But my goodness, this is quiet. I don't hear a darn thing. And that's as nice as this electric, isn't it? Now there's this paper guide or something or other that needs to go in here. I have a feeling I fussed with this before, and it's something that breaks. There we go. I think one of the tabs is broken. This one's on, and this little tab is broken off, so then it gets out of place. But that sort of holds the paper in place. And my goodness, this is quiet. I have an index. I don't see an index. Hey, you know, I ran into this because I was looking for the Apollo, but this is a darn nice machine. So I couldn't find anybody who used Mark V typewriter, but Mark Twain was indeed, had something to say about typewriters, and his name's Mark. So that's the connection we're going to make here. And the typewriter, what Mark Twain says about it. Hartford, March 19, 1875. And he says, "Gentlemen, please do not use my name in any way. Please do not even divulge the fact that I own a machine. I've entirely stopped using the typewriter for the reason that I never could write a letter with it to anybody without receiving a request by return mail that I would not only describe the machine, but state what progress I had made in the use of it, etc., etc. I don't like to write letters, and so I don't want people to know I own this curiosity-breeding little joker. Yours truly, Samuel L. Clemens." So, since I like this so much, I started taking a closer look at the keyboard, and you've got this code, so you can do index up and down, subscript, superscript, line spacing set, pitch, given, it's a daisy wheel, and then you have these special characters as well, so it looks like it might have been for Spanish. This is surprisingly interesting. Wow. It's so quiet. You really can't hear it. And they're for free, mostly, because they're not marketable. Wow. Giddy up. Anyway, so I believe I have interweaved some notion of who used these units. I can't imagine anyone would own up to using the Apollo 10, but I'll look into it, interweave all of that stuff, and wow. I'm always surprised. When I really look at my typewriters, I'm very surprised. This is a cool machine. Okay, there you go.